Hello guys, welcome to a new topic. The beautiful poem Eve by Rudyard Kipling. Have you heard about Rudyard Kipling? Yes, Rudyard Kipling was a very famous English short story writer, poet and a novelist. He is chiefly remembered for his tales and poems of British soldiers in India and the tales for children, beautiful stories for children. The poem Eve is a didactic poem which suggests the idea of conditional fulfillment, where the poet describes the traits of a perfect man. In the poem Eve by Rudyard Kipling, it is a bundle of suggestions from father to his son. The poet tells his son how to cope with the different situations in the life ahead. The poem is divided into 4 stanzas having 8 lines each. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AB. And now we can move to our beautiful poem, Eve. Let's watch the beautiful poem, Eve. Our first stanza. Eve, you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. The first stanza's summary. The poet tells his son that he should keep calm and patient when others do fail and put the blames on him. He should trust himself when all others doubt him. However, he should make a room for their doubts and try to understand what made them doubt him. In the 5th line of the poem, the poet says that one should wait patiently for success and should never be tired by waiting, because success comes to those who work hard and remain patient. Next, the poet tells his son that other people will often tell him lies. However, he should never tell a lie in his life and remain truthful. Others may hate him, but he should never hate them back, and rather he should spread love to them. In the last line of the first stanza, the poet advises him to neither look too good nor talk too wise. Because if he acts upon all these advices the poet given above, the son will look too good and wise among the common people. So that's a summary of the first stanza. Our next stanza, stanza number 2. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to, broken, and stood and built them up with worn-out tools. So, what's the poet saying in the second stanza? The poet says that he should dream big. He should dream big, but never make the dreams his master. Similarly, he should think good, but never make thoughts his aim, because in order to succeed in life, one has to work hard. Mere dreaming and thinking will never lead one to the path of success. Hence, one should dream of goals and think of a better future, and at the same time, he should work hard to achieve his success. In the third line of the second stanza, the poet says that one should meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. Impostors means one who pretends. Okay, here the figure of speech used by the poet is personification. Okay. Triumph and disaster, because triumph and disaster is personified here. So the figure of speech used in this line is personification. Okay, so in this third line, the poet says that one should meet with the triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. Sometimes you should meet your life with its triumph, victory. Triumph means victory, and disaster. Okay, means failure. And you should treat those two impostors. Impostors means, yes, one who pretends. Okay, and you must treat these two impostors just the same way. That the poet is saying in this line. And the figure of speech used in this line is personification. Right. Next, the poet says that. Okay, look here, and the first letter of the triumph and the disaster is capitalized. Okay, and the figure of speech used here is personification, right? So these are the two extremes of life, triumph and disaster. These are the two extremes of life. And the poet is calling them as impostors, that is fake. Okay, that is fake. And they either make one extremely happy or his life very miserable. However, they are not long lasting. That means triumph and disaster, they are not long lasting, and hence one should take them seriously. Right? Okay. And in the fifth line, look at the fifth line. Yes, what the poet is saying in the fifth line. Yes, the poet says that one should speak the truth and should have the courage to face it when it is misused by others to mislead others. Okay. If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. Okay, that is the fifth and the sixth line. So the poet says here that one should speak the truth and should also have the courage to face the truth. And sometimes the truth may be misused by others to mislead others. And you must have the courage to face all these things that the poet is advising his son. He should have the courage to see these things. Okay. Built by him in broken conditions and try to rebuild them with worn out tools. What is worn out tools mentioned by the poet here? That is, with the energy or the skills you have. Worn out skills means the energy or the skills that the son have. Right. Okay, so that's the second stanza. I'm repeating the second stanza once again. If you can dream and not make your dreams your master. If you can meet and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. Or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. Clear? Shall we move to the third stanza? Yes, the third stanza. If you can dream Sorry, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your hurt and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. So let's move to the summary of the third stanza. The poet says that if you can make one heap of all your winnings, okay, in this line the poet says that one should make one heap of all the achievements one has made and then take a big risk. In other words, one should never be afraid of doing things that can either make one successful or ruin everything. It is just like a pitch and toss. Okay. So what the poet is saying in these lines? The poet says that one should make one heap of all his achievements or winnings. And one has made, and then you must take big risk in your life. Okay. Next. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, it's just like a pitch and toss. Sometimes anything may happen. Okay. And lose and start again at your beginnings. Sometimes you may fail, but you must have the courage to start at the beginning. Okay. You must have the courage to start again at your beginnings. That's the point of saying in these lines here. And never breathe a word about your loss. You never breathe a word about your loss. Okay. Sometimes you may fail, but you must take big risk in your life. And you should start again from the beginning without thinking or saying anything about the loss to others. Right? Understand? What's the point of saying here? Yes, if one fails after taking big risk in his life, he should start again from the beginning without thinking or saying anything about the loss to others. One should try again and again until he succeeds in his life. You must try again and again in your life until you arrive at your destination. That's the part of saying in this line. Okay. Next, fifth line. If you can force your hurt and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone. And so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. So in the fifth line, the poet says that one should use his hurt and nerve and sinew. Sinew means you must give strength to them. That is the courage when one becomes tired or fails. When nothing is left in your life, you must have the willpower, and that willpower which will encourage you to hold on. Hold on. What is the figure of speech used in this line? Hold on. Yes, it is personification. The first letter is capitalized and it is personified here. So the figure of speech used here is personification. Right. Okay, so what the poet is saying in the fifth line? In the fifth line, the poet says that one should use his hurt and nerve and sinew. That means that you should have the courage when you fail in your life. When nothing is left in your life, you must have strong willpower and you must encourage yourself to hold on your life. Okay, that's a third stanza. Okay. Next, we are moving to the fourth stanza, our last stanza. Look. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. Okay, what a beautiful lines, yeah. Yes. Next, we can move to the summary of the fourth stanza. So, what's the poet saying in the fourth stanza? If you can talk with the crowds and keep your virtue, or you can walk with the kings nor lose the common touch. So the poet says that while you're walking among the common people, or you're walking among the kings, you must keep your virtues. Okay. That's the poet saying here. Once again, the poet says that while among the common people, one must keep his virtue. And while you're walking among the kings, you should never have pride and ego. Okay, if you're walking with crowds, you must keep your virtue. And while you're walking with a king, you never lose your common touch. You should never have pride and ego in your life while you're walking with a king. And if you're walking with a crowd, you never lose the common touch. Okay. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much. So the poet is saying here that when one is poor, he should keep his virtue. And when he becomes rich, he should never, he should never ego about him. Right, that's the poet saying in this line. And next the poet says that neither foe means enemy. Foe means enemies. And if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, when all men count with you, but none too much. So the poet saying in these lines, the poet says that neither foes means neither enemies nor loving friends can hurt one. Because of what principles and ideals one hold in this life. If you have strong principles and ideals in your life, neither your foes, neither your loving friends can hurt you. That's the poet saying in these beautiful lines. One should never give up. Should never give up in his life. People will often remain dependent on him, but you should never allow them to remain completely dependent on them. Okay. What? The people will often remain dependent on him, but you should never allow them to remain completely dependent on you. That the poet is saying in these lines. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with a 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. So the poet here says that you should never give too much importance, or else if you give much importance to something, okay, you will get emotionally attached to them, and which will hurt you in the future. The poet is advising us and that you should never give much importance to anything in your life, because if you give much importance to that thing, sometimes you will get emotionally attached to them and it will hurt you in your future. That's the poet saying in these lines. Okay. And in the next line, the poet talks about the importance of the time. According to him, time is precious and it will never come back. The poet says the importance of time in this lines. The poet says that time is precious and it will never come back again. Hence, you should start utilizing each and every second of your life. The poet is advising us in that you should start utilizing each and every second of your life. And in the final two lines of the poem, the poet tells his son that if he acts upon all the advice the father given above in these lines, he will be able to achieve whatever he likes and he will be a man. He will be a man means he will be a true man, or he will be a true human in his life. If he obey all these advices, he will be a human, or he will be a true human. If you can fill the unforgiving minute about the 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth will be yours. The earth will be yours. And everything that's in it. And which is more, you will be a man, my son. You will be a man, my son. Here, the poem ends. Okay. How beautiful the poet Rudyard Kipling says in those beautiful lines here. Have you enjoyed this poem? Okay, if you enjoyed this poem, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel and share my videos to your friends too. And give a like too. Thank you. Thank you all.